Oh, hello there. Welcome to Metrosix. It's the capital of Delaire. But more importantly for our story, it's a dangerous place. For 14 years, the city has dealt with a succession crisis, each one of the throne sitters dying within the month. However, rising from the poor forgotten 6th district, an heir to a fallen house and his trusted allies endeavor to break the noble's misbegotten deadlock. While it could be dangerous to step into the conflict, success here wouldn't just mean safety and stability for the sticks. But for the whole of Delaire.
Welcome back to Toss the Dice, Thieves and Kings. When last we left our party, they were dashing through the waterways of the underbelly of the Styx within the black market portion of the district. So, Elektra is hot on his heels. Haven is not far behind. What do you do?
Am I still able to quote unquote see Devere? Or is he up ahead?
Elektra has his number. She's chasing him down with his blood trail. So if you follow her, you'll get there.
Perfect. I will follow Elektra, but as soon as I see him, I'm going to use Wreck, and I'm going to throw a couple of knives using my telekinetic powers to aim straight for his leg, specifically like his calves, to hopefully slow him down.
So Wreck is a display of savage force.
Okay, then I'm just gonna wreck him.
How are
then.
you? Yeah, I was gonna say, how are you? How are you doing this with Wreck with your daggers?
You have your hammer.
Well, yeah, I do, but that won't do anything. Because I'm throwing the knives. So
I thought you were.
You can potentially catch up to him. You don't have to use a ranged attack.
You could throw your
He's
hammer,
hobbling.
too.
He's bleeding. He's not moving very fast.
Okay, then
He's cradling wounds.
you know what? I will use my hammer.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and use my hammer, and then I will proceed to wreck his legs.
My word! Sorry.
Oh.
That just like really shocked me. That's visceral.
Savage.
I'm gonna break.
Frustration and disappointment. He's letting it out. Javert Black is his emotional punching bag, but
I'm
with a
gonna
hammer.
break his legs.
Yeah, I was gonna say Haven is channeling his inner thug life, and he's gonna bust some kneecaps. So, okay, then all right, use Wreck.
Why not just
Sir.
kill the man instead of dragging on his life?
Ooh, 5.
5, mixed success. So you.
Devil's bargain.
Oh,
Dude, it's too late. He's already rolled. So, you run in, you wreck him. You do. He's injured heavily by this.
I'm gonna
You take
wreck
the
him.
third. You took the third damage box on his little pie chart, the clock. So he is on his final leg, literally.
Pretty good.
And yeah, his last leg. Oh shoot, it's not good. I ruined the saying. Thanks, Paul. Thanks for pointing out to our audience what a failure I am.
No. You get inspiration anyway. You get inspiration anyway. I like
So, but anyway, the point is, you run in and you do wreck him, but not before he takes a shot. Would you like to resist?
Deflect the metal.
Just a question. Did I have? You can say whether or not I had shard cast on, but do I have shard cast?
Yes, so the way that works is you would tick your special armor box,
Okay.
I believe.
'Cause I'm assuming that every time I go on a raid, I'm having shard cast on, but I wanted to get your approval.
Correct. Yeah, no, it functions like equipment.
Okay.
It functions like equipment.
So then if I were to take this shot, would it take away my special armor? And then I just wouldn't take any damage.
Correct. So special armor, the way that works is it allows you to resist it without making the resistance roll. So you bypass the prowess roll.
Okay.
But the result is exactly the same.
Okay. Then I'm going to face tank it then.
Okay. So he takes the shot and you warp the metal around your body and it acts as a shell around you and the bullet deflects off of it.
Hey, I run around the corner. And I'm going to shoot.
Okay. Take your shot.
It's a 4.
Okay. Once again, it is partial success. So, you round the corner, and Dever immediately changes targets and takes a shot at you, but not before you can make your own shot. And you do the classic high noon, shoot each other at the same time. Dever says, looking down at the blood pouring out of his chest wound, and says, "Looks like I do lose after all. Tell my dear little brother I said hello." And then he drops. Unfortunately, as I say, you also had a bullet coming your way. You can resist it, or you can take the harm.
Okay, I'm just going to take the harm.
You're all full up on stress, huh?
I am certainly getting there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's fair, because you can, when resisting, you can get up to 5 stress. And so you could acquire a trauma, and trauma is traumas are like worse than traumas are worse than harm.
Yeah, to update you, I'm on 3 spaces left for stress.
Oh,
So
yeah, okay, so totally fair. So you get shot, and you take the bullet in the shoulder. This is level 2 harm. Again, there are 2 boxes there, so you're not suffering consequences yet.
Yeah,
but you have a bullet wound.
All right, so as he dies, and this scene kind of closes, Piper comes out of nowhere with no shoes, and she kind of pauses and is like, "Frick! I missed it!" And she pushes everyone aside and she goes and kicks Devere Black's dead corpse.
Immediately followed by you kicking that corpse. Haven is just like, disgusting. Where did you go?
Don't talk to me.
as they're having this moment, I ask Elektra, "Will you help me get the body out of here?"
Yeah, I'm on it, man.
The body, yada yada.
Actually, like, so before she said that, actually, I wanted to loot Devere's body and see if he has any cool trinkets I could take. Just
I
want
can't
to
do this.
any cool mechanical parts or any of the like.
He has a key. The key has 2 prongs. And it seems to have mechanisms within those so that they can actually be, the length of the 2 prongs can be adjusted.
Interesting.
That is, other than his communicator, which he was using to control the automaton, that is the only thing on his person.
Well, here's an idea. Nobody knows he's dead. We could take advantage of that.
Well, we're already going to be taking over control of the black market, and if the idea was to clean it up, mission accomplished, I guess.
Well, what I'm saying is that the black market won't go down so easily. Severe Black may have been at the top, but there's still plenty of money to be made, and I think a lot of people don't want to lose their business. So, considering Devere Black had all the keys and knew all the things, we could definitely take this to our advantage, knowing that people don't know that he's dead yet. We could try to figure out as many things as we can before trying to take it down, so that we know exactly what pieces we need to pull for it to all collapse. Now that Devere is gone.
Raz says to Aurelius, "It's not a bad plan. I couldn't fault you for going through with it. But do keep in mind that there is another play to be made here. If you can show the body of Devere Black and publicly make it known that the head of the black market has fallen and that the black market itself is crippled, then you become the sole provider of the goods. It may benefit you more to have thoroughly defeated your enemy, at least in terms of trade."
Well, and don't get me wrong, we can definitely use the body later. But I'm just saying, we could always postpone the big news in the papers.
First off, the body will be buried. It is up to his little brother. It's up to Bastion to decide what he wants to do with it. I refuse to use it as a political tool. Secondly, I do see what you mean, Piper. However, I also believe that it might be advantageous for us to display that Devere Black is gone, and that under our new, under us, the people can get everything that they could get from the black market.
Everything except adamantium, of course, but that's okay. There's still much we can provide.
I want to ask how everyone else feels about this.
Yeah, I'm fine. I mean, I think definitely some people will want to see proof. So I don't know if, obviously, I haven't buried, but perhaps a viewing of some sort. People will. Taking down Devere Black is quite the feat, and so I don't know if everyone will be quite so open to accepting it. Some may be skeptical. So, I mean,
Actually,
obviously, it's up to his brother first and foremost. It is his family. No matter how distant they might have been.
Piper, you're a genius. And he actually runs over and he grabs her by the shoulders. He's like, "You're a genius!" as he's shaking her.
You're just figuring this out.
I'm assuming this means he drops one end of the body that we were carrying together. Depending on which end you took, bud, that could be kind of rough for this whole respecting the body thing that you were just saying.
Yeah, forget the plan.
Holding the lighter part of the legs.
Okay. So definitely Aurelius lets go of the boots of Black as he runs over, frenzied with this idea that he had. He's like, "You're right. The only people who know that he's dead, it's us." And who was just talking with him? High Lord Talvis. We've already impersonated him once. If we do it again and give Talvis what he wants in a meeting, we could have him dead to rights.
Are you saying to frame him like he killed Devere?
It wouldn't be a bad idea to start a war amongst the nobles.
Well, I mean,
killing the black market leader probably. Well, okay, no, it would be hard to frame this as Talvis is doing. It was your military that made the strike. However, there is definitely a play to be made impersonating Devere Black with Talvis. You would really have to play up the fact that you escaped, though, because everyone's gonna know, regardless of district, about the raid on the black market.
Okay. Well, all in favor of keeping his death quiet until we figure out how to use it as a political or as a move, say aye.
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 We could always use it to our advantage to paint Talvis in a bad light, and be like that. Devere Black was in cahoots with Talvis, and Talvis was getting his hands dirty in illegal activity.
But we already know that a lot of nobles work with the black market. It's not particularly hidden. And so...
Yes, but the act of bringing it to light is different than just knowing that secretly they do these meetings.
The public will know, and that's what's important. Knowing that their high and mighty lords are dabbling in illegal things and are not quite as high up and hoity-toity as they make themselves out to be.
In any case, let's resolve the first thing at hand. So, you arise from out of the storm drain.
I put it in my arcanum. Can I put his body in my bag?
Yes.
This is getting so much darker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude.
So you store him within your arcanum, which functions as a massive bag, right? So it's not dissimilar to a bag of holding. And you come up and you see that the fighting was actually very rough. Devere Black knew you were coming. He had good intelligence. And there was a lot of resistance, but all of it was mercenaries. Many of the shops were vacated, and they were mostly left to contend with scraps and random hires, strong arms from the streets of the sticks. But at the moment, that's not your concern. You will get the report on the action later. It seems to be wrapping up, and there's not much that can be done for it now. So, heading back to the castle, most of the thieves did not actually take part in the fighting. As you enter the castle, you go to a room where you know you'll find Bastion Black, anxiously waiting, worried about today's raid. Bastion was extremely worried that Devere was going to pull a fast one on you guys. As you explain the situation and retrieve the body, he stands up and he says, "Well, it sounds like you did excellent out there. He was a dangerous man. He hurt a lot of people. So, anyway, good work out there."
Quick question. I know this might be a little bit, I don't know if we're that close yet, but when did you and him kind of go separate ways and become distant? Because, I mean, obviously you took very different paths.
We shared a skill set, but not ideologies. I waited for the return of our High Lord. He felt that the only way to save the ruins of this city was to build something in the shadows. Something that would be its own form of power and structure. To his credit, I suppose he did that. I guess we know whose ideology won out in the end. He's He's very stiff and stoic in this delivery. And the conversation goes on for a little bit. And as you exit the room, you hear Bastion loudly crying from the other room.
Aww.
You leave Bastion Black to mourn his brother, his twin brother. And what's your next move?
I want to know, what is the feeling of the populace about this raid? Because obviously it is particularly gruesome. So I want to know what's the common consensus.
Very mixed. There were a lot of people who regularly bought from the black market like it was their own market down in the downtown. And so for many people, you were shutting down a national institution. It's like if you were to go in and raid every single football stadium, like for a lot of people, you've ruined something that was completely wholesome. There are also a lot of people who understand that the black market was breaking the law, and so as long as you're providing a legal method, like they don't see a problem with it. But this is a very divided party. So some will love you for it, some will hate you for it. But in politics, that's almost unavoidable.
We'll show them that doing it the right way from the roots up will give them an overall better result.
I mean, we did kill somebody in the sewer, so I'm not sure if it's the right way from the roots up.
Yeah, that's
well. At least it's the intentions and even though we had to get our hands dirty to clean the slate is clean, and it's the soil that this new kingdom is being planted in will be much better quality soil, and the fruits that are born will be better quality, better
pizza.
Not sponsored at all.
Elektra would like to go see Kimon. She feels a little rattled seeing Bastion weep over his brother like that.
Mortality.
Not just mortality, but that's his twin brother, and they had some pretty stark differences of opinion.
It definitely reminds you, right? Like, you and Kimon had a very similar set of skills. You are twins with very different ideology. It is not a stretch. You could very easily have seen this being you and Kimon. If Kimon had continued down his path, it could have been Kimon who was double-crossing you rather than the top brass, had it gone much farther.
Yeah, she just wants to go hang out with him. Like, literally, she just wants to go chill with Kimon, hang out for a bit. Have a sibling bonding day like they haven't had since they were maybe kids.
Yeah, initially when you meet up with Kimon, he starts giving you like the report. He's like, well, the raid went pretty well. We cleaned up mostly.
Dude, I don't care about the raid right now. I will take that report from you tomorrow. Right now, I think it's about time that you and I did some one-on-one street ball. And then I vote we hit up good old Bobby Joe's down the street and just hang out for the day. Take it easy.
Oh, well. At least Bobby Joe's wasn't hurt by the raid. It's quite close, though. I think that sounds nice. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Anyway, let's go. Let's get out of here.
You know what? Perhaps this is unconventional, and this is not at all your vice. And we can't necessarily make this a habit because that's not how this game works. But go ahead and treat this like a vice and reduce stress by rolling a d6.
I mean, my vice is technically going to the gym or fighting with someone, so I feel like street ball is not too far off from that. Okay, so I've never had to roll to reduce stress. How does this work really quick?
You roll a d6, and if you reduce the stress beyond what you actually have, then you overindulge.
Gotcha.
In this case, I will take the consequences away from overindulging for the character moment, not because it's the rules. I just want everyone to know that I'm breaking the rules right now, and this is not setting a precedent.
I had 4 stress, and I rolled exactly 4. So
That's perfect.
Nice,
That's perfect.
nice.
So no consequences anyway, and there was no need to subvert the stuff.
the
Anyway,
rules.
Piper, yes.
So before Piper goes to clean off the stank, she as they're walking away from as Elektra goes off to see Kimon, she's kind of thinking, and then she eventually speaks her mind to Aurelius and Haven. I know that he's dead, but I still can't help but wonder how he knew.
Your sister, you mean?
Yeah. I don't know if it's still an issue, if that could still potentially be in danger, but I don't know how he knew. I haven't told anyone.
Well, only one way to find out.
If you would like, your family can stay here at the castle.
That's awfully sweet of you, Aurelius, but my family situation is a little complicated at the moment. Let's just say they're kind of all over the place.
They might be safer there anyway. How did he know about the raid on the black market?
I mean, I know that he has eyes and ears everywhere, and obviously he gets information very, if he wants it, he gets it, but the fact that he did so much digging on us, and I've tried very hard to hide the trail of my past, especially when it comes to my family.
I will say that you had a lot of troops that were a part of the raid. And so, out of the thousands that were actually moved towards the black market, any one of them could have been the culprit. That part of it's not surprising. You would expect him to know about the raid.
Yeah.
However, the preparation involved inferred more time.
Yeah, the wooden levers, the knowing Piper's family relations, knowing to prepare for Haven's powers, these are things that he would have to know us specifically for.
Yes, which means reconnaissance gathered from well before the troops would have been told.
Mm-hmm.
He probably used another highly trained thief.
Yeah, actually, I was about to say that could mean a leak in the thieves. Aeliana, as the possibility of the thieves being blamed comes up. What do you have to say about that?
I'd say it's not an unreasonable idea because while we do have higher standards, you can't vouch for every single person's motives. And sometimes money is a little more appealing than sticking to your morals. Some people join the Thieves Guild for this with the skill that they have, knowing that they can get money from it, but it's not always being joined. They don't always join it from a place of morality and good intentions. Sometimes they're just in it for the money and because they're good at it.
Their loyalty can be bought.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. But either way, even if it was a thief, they could have gotten information about us and our particular abilities and such, but I still don't know how he knew something so specific, something that I've been very, intentionally trying to hide. I mean, I guess
Do you trust everyone in your inner circle?
well, I mean, yes, but no one in my inner circle knows anything about my family. I mean, Haven does a little bit, but we haven't talked about that, come to think about it, at all since we've got back together.
It's at this point. Oh, got back together.
No.
Interesting phrasing.
Interesting.
It's friendship.
Also, a question. Do I know?
Yeah.
Did I know Bastion because of being part of the Three Thieves? Like I know, but have I worked closely with him?
Oh yeah, you would know. Bastion would be like your uncle.
Okay, so
like straight up.
Can I go take time to go and like kind of mourn with him / comfort him?
Absolutely, absolutely. In fact, it's at this time that Quintus comes out from a secret tunnel. Within the wall. The secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Not that kind, you guys. No love in the tunnel here. This is the castle corridors. He comes out and he says, well, Aeliana is absolutely right. It could be a thief. However, I wouldn't necessarily worry about it that much. Dever had many sources. It is just as likely that he pieced together your past from following a trail, just following someone with your description your entire life. His sources can scour the entire district and dig up information you thought would be impossible. That is Dever's greatest weapon. Or I guess I should say, was.
Either way, we're going to have to be extra careful from now on. The more and more we act, the more and more we're in the public's eye. And this whole incident shows that we're not invincible. This is going to be a struggle for all of us. And it might have dire consequences. His voice breaks a little bit as the bleeding wound where the bullet shot, or the bullet wound is seeping. And with that, he walks to the infirmary.
Okay, you have some downtime. Would you like to take the downtime to try and fill a healing clock so that you can recover from your wounds? Or would you like to use the downtime to indulge your vice and reduce stress?
Piper is definitely going to William Turnbuckle's. I know Elektra likes Bobby Joe's, but I'm assuming that's the same, right?
Yep. Go ahead and roll a d6. How much stress do you have?
I have 5.
Okay. What do you roll?
I got a 4. 1 stress.
Okay.
Baby Liz.
Let's
freaking go.
Yep. You reduce 4. Not too shabby.
So you have to pick one action, like you can't split the difference at all?
That is correct. Yep. You have to spend your downtime like a resource.
Dang. Or the dilemma.
Yep.
As for me, I would like to reduce stress.
Okay. Go for it. You have how much stress?
3. It's cutting it close, but I want to get down. Oh,
okay.
Nice. I got a 2.
Ooh, nice.
So you reduce 2 stress.
For once, I actually appreciate a low roll. Okay.
So,
Paul, what's your vice?
Tinkering. Doing what I want.
You little introvert. Piper went out and partied and drank all night.
instead of going to the infirmary, Aurelius heads up the stairs and goes into his room as he locks the door behind him. Stumbling, he's shaking. He opens up a cabinet and reveals what's the form of this medicine.
So this is a medicine that you recently discovered where you can find more of it. when you were with the pirates. However, this is a medicine that is derived from demon blood originally. So, when you were a child, there was a massive attack. All hell broke loose, quite literally in this case. And there was a significant amount of time where the rundown streets were not the only problems, but the demons that were attacking in the night. Now, the blood of this demon seems to reinvigorate you for the strength you lack. However, it has some serious side effects. This is surely a vice.
What's the so what is the method of taking it?
So you would ingest this like a potion.
All right. He pulls out the potion. And it's clear that he's not just battling the pain from the wound, but the anxiety of not feeling safe. This is a feeling that Aurelius buries deep down.
Okay. As you consume this harmful drug, roll me a d6.
2.
Okay. You reduce your stress by 2. All right. You have all taken your various downtime activities. Is there anything else you would like to do before you set out on your next score?
I haven't indulged anything. I just went to go cover Bastion. I don't know if we're counting that or if I should go.
No.
Yeah.
No, that's just a character moment. So you are absolutely free to do something else with your downtime.
Okay. I quickly go find the tallest building in the vicinity, and depending on how high it is, either jump off it with some flying contraption, or like rappel down it, but like what's it called, like Australian style or something, where they're facing forward instead of going backwards and they run down the building. Yeah.
Okay.
Miles Morales from this
All right.
off the building.
And this is you indulging in your vice, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll a d6 to reduce your stress.
I think I have.
How much stress do
I have 2 or 3, Aaron, because you said I had 1 stress, but I thought you were talking to Paul when you said that earlier, so I didn't know if that was me or.
No, so you took 1 stress.
And then 2 more for my thing, so I have 3.
Yes, you
Correct,
have 3
yeah.
total.
Cool. I got a 2.
A 2. Okay.
You almost overindulged.
So,
that's crazy.
if you are going to potentially attempt to trick Talvis by disguising yourself as a Dever Black, well, guess what? Spending 2, 3, 4 weeks, well, your opportunity may have been lost by then. So do you actually want to take another week of downtime? Or do you want to move right into your next score and try and catch Talvis?
Up to Aurelius. I'm down for whatever.
That's a group.
Yeah, with every week you wait, there is a higher chance that this does not go in your favor.
But could we put, just asking, because it could not be the case, but could we put something into action? Say, like, print in our newspaper that the raid was successful, though Black evaded us and is on the run, and put that out into the public sphere, and basically craft up a message to Lord Talvis and send it, and take the downtime waiting for the letter to return, like a response.
You could, but I will say that overall it will not affect this too much, because with every week of silence, it could be like Talvis. He has the capacity to think and scheme, and so he could doubt your word, right? I mean, he's the master of putting things in the paper. So with every week that goes by would make him more and more skeptical of what you say. In fact, putting it in the paper may actually be detrimental because it is Talvis you're talking about. That's his move.
Yeah.
That might be what he thinks
Yeah.
at first.
Perfect. So I just want to gauge the group, because my decision is it's risky, but we have a better opportunity now than we're going to have in the future. So my vote is to move, but I want to see what everyone else's vote is.
I also vote move.
I'm okay with moving.
I would say we worked too dang hard to get where we're at and to get the momentum that we've got. And it was too close of a call with the whole Devere Black thing. I don't want to lose any momentum or any gain that we could get from the situation. So I think moving would be good.
Awesome. I'm going to add, so I imagine Aurelius knocking on Bastion's door, because I'm going to ask him if it's okay if we impersonate his brother, because due to the sensitive timing of it, I will not do it if he doesn't agree.
Yeah. So this would be a week later after the downtime, and as you approach him, he gives his consent. It seems like he's a little uncomfortable with it, but he says that I understand the need for making a big play here, so definitely do it. Don't hesitate.
Bastion, I just between you and me, I'm indebted to you. Your support means the world. If there's anything I can do for you, let me know.
Thank you. Well, make it count. I put my faith in you because I believe that you can actually make this place better. So, prove me right.
I promise I will. Do you have any idea where Aeliana is at the moment?
Yes, actually. I heard there was a crazy person diving off buildings, earlier, so I'm pretty sure you can find her just a little bit up the street, near the tallest tower.
Wintus failed to mention that. All right. Well, I'm going to ask for a group meeting to induct Aeliana into the specters and into the group.
Officially.
As she proved to be a valuable asset at this last mission.
Perfect. Okay, so you gather the group together. Go ahead and lead the discussion. What do you say to the group in beginning this?
So I imagine that we're in the hall with kitchen staff that has been procured. So finally, staff at Castle Aquile. I'm going to invite her into the hall, but before that, it's just a meeting with us, and I ask individually, Elektra, what say you to having Aeliana in the group?
I think.
Can we trust her?
I mean, she's Quintus's kid, so as far as you can trust Quintus, I would hazard to guess. I think she did a good job of proving herself this last job, helping us get out of that gas trap and everything, and I'd be all right with it. I mean, I let you bring these two jokos in, and I didn't know them at all when we started, so,
Hey,
You got a
I didn't
point.
say I don't love you. I'm just saying I didn't know you.
I shrug.
Whoa. Elektra just confessed to loving you, Piper.
Just drop the L bomb.
I know.
I'm retracting it immediately.
In all the years,
I like her.
in all the years I've known her, she has never said that to me. And
because I know how you would be.
oh, Piper's just kind of.
Haven,
Wow.
what are your thoughts?
So let me get this straight. You said go ghost for her to not join the group? I think that's like the coolest phrase ever. You should totally bring her in.
There was a very popular performance that was put on at the city at that time, and that's where I got the lines. So it wasn't too clever.
Actually, like immediately, even knowing this specific show, he's like, "Oh, you know that show? Oh my gosh!
I never
Nerd
missed
alert.
it. Yeah.
Oh,
Nerd alert.
One performance every matinee.
We had to
anyway,
sneak into the rafters sometimes, just so we could make his precious show.
It's true.
The performance put on by the the local theater called Daniel Spector.
Perfect.
It's like a bardcore version of Danny Phantom theme song. Someone make
The artists who hear this podcast, please get on that ish.
Yes.
And feel free to send that. Piper.
Well, I mean, she seems cool, and I like her hair. So yeah.
we all have like very simple reasons as to like why she wants to join this group, and it's like nothing deep at all. It's just like, yeah, I think she's cool. Her hair is cool. Let's let her join the group. I love it.
All right. So with that, we let her into the hall and we make her aware. We say, Aeliana, you are hereby inducted into the Spectres.
Wait a minute. Aurelius, you can't just instruct the lady to do something you wanted to do. You have to ask her nicely.
You're right. It is that month. No, I'm just joking. The invitation is definitely extended.
I accept. I think, it's been fun to go off and do my own little missions here and there with people that have hired me, but, I was raised by my father, Quintus, to be loyal to the house, and kind of been waiting for this opportunity for a long time, so I'd be glad to join you guys.
Well, in that case, why don't we make this official? And she takes out the wrench that what's her bucket's name?
Ptolemy.
The Ptolemy wrench, and she says, "Kneel, and I will."
Oh my goodness!
Knight you into the Spectres.
I
You're the one who do the knighting.
I look to Elektra and I'm like, I have no idea what she's doing right now.
Listen, me neither. If you don't have any clue, I definitely don't have any clue.
I'm laughing, but letting it go on.
I think then that the end of this episode should be hearing what Aeliana's disguise and her code name will be for the Spectres after her induction. So let's go ahead and hear what it is, and that's where we'll end for tonight.
My code name will be Shadow, because that's kind of my job. I usually just wear all black, and I have a masquerade mask made of a kind of shiny, silky material with black jewels encrusted along the edges and whatnot. It's kind of bedazzles.
That's it for this episode. I am Brendan, the DM, and host for Toss the Dice here on Expedition Anything. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out our other shows on the channel. Consider joining our Patreon for various perks, or if you're just feeling generous. A big thanks to my players, Alyssa, Aaron, Rachel, Paul, and Elise. And lastly, thanks to you, the listener, for sticking around until the end of the video. See ya on the next expedition.
if you had like a red streak in your hair, you'd look like Shadow the Hedgehog, and Haven would look like Silver the Hedgehog.
Oh,
Yes.
Ah.